Hi guys, it's Joy Albritton and I just want to talk about my experience during the Wearable Device Challenge. We explored what possible One Health issues we would like to solve with our device. So One Health is the category of health needs across the country, across the world. We decided to do human needs and then cross it with environmental problems. So we decided to do an air sensor on a watch for detection of high CO2 levels, because that's going to tell you if you're in a low ventilated area. And when you're in a low ventilated area, you are susceptible to airborne diseases like COVID or ARD, which is acute respiratory disease. Once we figured what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, we then moved on to our planning process. Our planning process mainly consisted of us picking out parts that we needed for our watch and making sure our poster was done for our final presentation that was going to take place at NC State. The engineering process is pretty simple with ours because of our time period. They didn't require us to have it fully together or to have it working self-sufficiently without being attached to a computer. So what we ended up doing was just putting an array of our sensors in our wires just to show that the sensor works and how we would use it. So after we did that, we got our post together and we were ready to go to competition. When we arrived at competition, it was a beautiful room that we were in. We were in one of the NC State conference rooms. There were a lot of other schools out there. There were 6 high schools and about 10 middle schools all competing in different categories. What we did was we set all of our stuff up, got our stuff organized on our table. We had our brochures out. Everything looked really nice, and then started the judging process. The judges would walk around asking us what our thing was about, why we did it, and just taking them through the different steps. After that, we had lunch and we had a really good time doing that. We really enjoyed each other's company there. We had a lot of fun. Then we went to the ceremony for the awards. Unfortunately, our group did not place, but another group from our school, Enloe, did place, and we were really proud of them. And that concludes my Wearable Device Challenge experience. I hope you guys all enjoyed it.
It's amazing how tech is evolving and what is possible for students in the future. Hi, I'm Meredith Bateman, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one who loves meeting new people and having a good home-cooked meal. A simple Instagram account called @MealsSheEats, run by Tom Sullivan, full of healthy dairy and gluten-free meals for his wife Rachel Sullivan, who has PCOS, was not only a beautiful and selfless symbol of positivity and compassion, but it was also a sign to both Tom and Rachel as to how influential and impactful a good home-cooked meal can be to one's health and overall well-being, thus forming the program Meals to Go. Meals to Go is a college meal program run by Tom and Rachel Sullivan. For 1 or 2 Sundays each month, they have a meal from 1 to 3 o'clock at their home in Raleigh, where it is an open space for students to come as they are, enjoy healthy meals that accommodate different health and dietary restrictions like gluten and dairy, and they make it as though they are close to home with comfort food and leftovers which put a smile on your face and warm your heart. Tom and Rachel selflessly volunteer their time and are true leaders in how they advocate for the health and inclusion of all students from across the Triangle. Also, COVID has affected a lot of students around the Triangle. Up next, Aiden and Jared have a package about that very thing.
I'm Aiden from Post 5 Reports. In early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic interrupted the school year for many, forcing many districts to enact online learning during the following school year. In 2022, many schools are returning to in-person, but taking precautions such as masks and social distancing in the classroom to prevent the spread of disease. We asked several seniors to reflect back on the year and a half spent learning online. Some stated that they struggled in their classes.
I also felt sad because I wasn't able to learn much because everyone was online.
So I was a little upset at first. When I got into it, I realized that it would be okay, and it kind of worked out that I had time to make my own schedule and I could do my work pretty much whenever I wanted.
I was very sad. It was a weird adjustment. I started to get used to it, and I actually ended up liking it a lot more than normal school.
Many of them missed out on social experiences during their late sophomore and junior years.
I didn't get to be with my friends and stuff, but since I was new that year, I was kind of used to interacting with people online since I was talking to all my old friends through.
It's not the same when it's online.
Finally, with a year and a half spent online, we asked whether they felt they were prepared for college. Had online school prepared them for the final stretch of their education? If college had to be online again, would you still pay for it, or would you take a gap year?
A gap year, especially since college is so expensive.
Would you pay for college if you
Oh,
found out it
I
had to
would,
be
I would not, because honestly, the cost should be
Thanks for watching.
Hello, I'm Demarion King. Graduation for many class of 2022 students is quickly approaching. In fact, some graduations are taking place this month. Google Drive have been a very useful tool for many students during high school, but using it after can be a little confusing. Isaiah gives us all of the information about how to utilize Google Drive in an efficient way after graduating.
Are you graduating from Wake County Public School? Do you have years of work you want to save? Well, do you know how? If you have work from Google Classroom, Documents, Drive, and or other Google applications, you can archive them by going to google.com/takeout. Google Takeout allows you to export your Google content as an archive to take with you. Archives can be opened on almost any computer and added to another Google account. Students finishing the school year will have access to WCPSS accounts through June 30th. To keep any content, be sure to back it up before June 30th. After your last day, all documents not saved or backed up will be deleted along with your WCPSS account. So make sure to go to google.com/takeout to save all your data. This has been a report from one Wake County student to another, Isaiah Wilson with WRAL Post 5.
Thank you for that informative tutorial, Isaiah. Hi, everyone. My name is Laurel Kaplan. As we enter into Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to provide everyone with some great ideas for when you are wanting to take some time for yourself. I know the end of the school year can be an overwhelming time for many students, so I'm wishing everyone good luck. Let's finish out the year strong.
Thanks, Laurel. Some prospective UNC class of 2026 members were conflicted about their decision to commit to the school after the Department of Computer Science announced it would transition to an application-based admission system. That means UNC freshmen won't be guaranteed the ability to graduate with a computer science major. Let's take a look. Some members of the prospective class of 2026 at UNC considered turning down their offers after the Department of Computer Science announced an application-based admission system for the major.
All the uncertainties that the college application experience already brought us, kind of I felt like it was over, but then now when there's another one being stacked on top, it's just I'm being a little disillusioned with the idea that everything is over. So I guess it was just with NC State, I felt a lot more secure about my decision to commit. If I commit, I will have a place in the computer science program.
The system was put into place after UNC saw a 10 to 15% growth rate in computer science majors per semester over the past 10 years. Without enough faculty to teach students, the department was forced to cut the number of majors. They also axed a computer science minor.
If I can't do a computer science major, then I would probably want to do a minor if I was going to study something else. And if I can't do that, then that's kind of a deal breaker.
Under the new system, admitted students will have to apply to the major once they are at UNC, without a guarantee of acceptance. The application will assess a student's academic performance, extracurriculars, and motivations for pursuing computer science. The department will begin using the application in spring 2023. For now, I'm Uma Bhatt with WRAL Post 5.
Up next is Preksha Jain and Haley Pinder spreading awareness on how you can assist Ukraine during the challenging times of war.
With Russia continuing to have prevalent effects in Ukraine and the rest of the world, join us today to aid those in need affected by the war.
You can help those in need by donating to places that support them, like UNICEF or other charitable organizations.
Together, we stand
with Ukraine.
Hello and welcome to my comic making tutorial. Today I will be showing you my simple yet easy 4-step process on how to make a comic. Step 1 is brainstorming. You have to think of the overall idea or message that your comic should be about. Then you can move on to step 2, which is finding or making a comic template. In this case, I made one on the art software / app Ibis Paint X that you currently see in the video. However, if you don't wish to make a comic template, you can download images of them off Google instead. Let's move on to step 3, which is reference model and color. Ibis Paint X has reference models that are also called tracing sketches, which I am currently using. Now with the coloring portion, I color as if I'm sketching, meaning that it's going to be properly finalized in step 4. Step 4 is shade, filter, edit, and publish. The publish part is optional, but when I either shade, use a filter, or edit, I'm basically finalizing everything, making it more shapely, more distinct, so it looks the way it's supposed to, because in step 3, I colored the way I would sketch, rather than coloring in a more final looking piece. The publish portion of step 4 is really up to you. In this case, this is something that I'm going to be publishing on an app / website known as Webtoon. During the ending portion of this video, I will be putting a few notes of things that I didn't say towards this entire portion, just to add a little bit of more extra help. But thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our show. Please join us again next time. Have a great day.